Hi, my name is Eddie Freeman. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to review this information. You probably got a phone call from a friend, a relative, a business acquaintance, asking you to take a look at what they felt was the most powerful business model they'd ever seen. You are not going to be sorry. As you sit with an open mind for the next 20 minutes and just kind of watch as we put the pieces of this puzzle together for you, I'm convinced you will clearly see that our company is giving us the greatest chance we'll ever have to create wealth, health, the time freedom to enjoy them. But what you're going to love the most is everything is based on sound business principles, logic, and common sense. Now, Ray Kroc said that the recipe for success is to find an idea before the whole world knows about it and then proceed to tell the whole world. As you're viewing this, less than 1/10 of 1% of the people in this country have even heard of this company. Now, Peter Drucker, in his book, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, he said that the key to success is convergence, that when you have 3 or more trends that converge that weren't there before, it can create fortunes for the people that recognize it and the people that take massive action. So today, I'm going to talk to you about a convergence of 5 key components. They weren't here last month, yet today they are converging and already beginning to create small fortunes for the people that recognize it and the people that are willing to take massive action. We're going to talk to you briefly about a company, some products, the markets for those products, timing, and money. First thing I want to talk to you about is the company. The name of our company is eXfuze. We're located in West Palm Beach, Florida. When I assess a business, the first thing I want to look at, who are the people that are running the company? That's one of the first things that got me excited, because what I saw was 4 key individuals with over 70 years experience in this industry, both in the corporate side and from the distributor side. This is our visionary founder. His name is Rick Cotton. Rick has spent over 20 years in this industry, spent 10 years in the mission field. Because of that, a portion of every product that's purchased from our company goes to feed, clothe, and educate children around the world through our Viva Kids program. Our president is Don Cotton. Now, I'm excited about Don because he's already worked with Fortune 500 companies. The man was an enterprise architect with Microsoft. This is our CFO, Michael Seymour. You may recognize him as he's a frequent guest on Fox News. He makes sure that every bill is paid within 7 days. We are operating totally debt-free. Our executive vice president is an icon in this industry. Paul Morris has spent over 40 years in the networking industry. He's developed organizations into the hundreds of thousands. 7 years ago, he was retired. But one night, he bumped into Rick Cotton. And when he heard about the product and tasted it, he knew this was going to be the next big one. And he didn't come out of retirement simply to be an executive VP. His belief level is so strong, he's invested his own money. Well, he's a part owner in our company. The next logical question would be, do we have the financial wherewithal to become a billion-dollar company? We're obviously a well-financed company, and this is best evidenced by the fact that even though we're a young company, we're already open up in the United States, Canada, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand, Australia, and we just opened up Mexico. Now, many of the investors in our company are professional athletes, Hall of Fame football players like Eric Dickerson, professional golfers like Fred Funk, and this is a picture of Coach Bill Parcells holding our original bottle of 7 Plus. I'm convinced we've got the right company, but the next thing you need are the right types of products. So what type of products do you really need? Well, first and foremost, you need products that are consumable. And the reason for that is simple. If your product was water filters and you found 5 people this month that wanted to buy a water filter from you, they certainly don't need another one next month. But when you've got a consumable product and it's any good, and we're going to talk to you about a few of those products in a minute, people will purchase them month after month, which for you creates residual income. The next thing you need is products that are visual. And the reason for that is simple. Very few people can sell. Everybody can share. So you knock 20 pounds off of a person's frame. That's visual. People come to you and say, my gosh, what are you doing? Likewise, you need products that are emotional. When you can help get rid of people's pain and you can regulate their blood sugar and their cholesterol, they become emotional and they want to share it with the world. And of course, you need products that are unique. Now, this is where our story starts to get real good because we did our research. And what we saw is from 1997 to 2007, although over 1,000 companies opened up in this industry, only 3 of them made it big. All 3 of them all sold a liquid nutritional supplement using a single superfood. So what we did is went out and used common sense. We created the next generation of these liquid nutritional supplements, the first to combine 7 superfoods into one product. And then in a stroke of what many health professionals felt are genius, instead of use concentrates, we only use the extracts. We've got the only liquid nutritional supplement on the planet that comes from these 7 superfoods and extracts with a combination of no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, and no sodium benzoate. So what are we using? Well, I first read about acai in a book called The Perricone Promise, written by Dr. Nicholas Perricone. He refers to it as the most powerful superfood on the planet. I'm excited about mangosteen because it's loaded with xanthones, which have been shown to benefit cardiovascular health. The noni fruit excites me not simply because it's been used as a medicine for centuries, right here. Anti-inflammatory capabilities. In a recent Reader's Digest, they said that inflammation is the cause of almost every disease. Noni is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories in the world. It's no secret that people in the Himalayas have some of the longest lifespans in the world. A lot of them attribute it to a diet rich in Himalayan goji berries. Well, we added the gac fruit. You've probably never heard of gac, but I guarantee you've heard of tomatoes. And why do health professionals want us to consume more tomatoes? Because of a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. I'm here to tell you that gac by weight has 70 times more lycopene than a tomato. We've added sea buckthorn, loaded with folic acid and flavonoids, but perhaps the most powerful of all, fucoidan, brown seaweed extract. Today, there are over 800 independent clinical studies touting the efficacy of fucoidan, and don't take my word for it. You can go to a government website put up by the National Institute of Health. It's called pubmed.gov, and you can review all 7 of these superfoods. But we didn't stop there. We then added a powerful antioxidant, blueberries. Pomegranates have been called one of the top 5 superfoods in the world by Reader's Digest. We added aloe. Anybody that you know that has a stomach disorder, try adding aloe to the diet and see what happens. We put it all in a structured water, but we didn't end there. We then added adaptogens, which are for stress, both physical and mental. Our product became so effective, we've actually had it certified by the Banned Substance Control Group. Today, we have a growing number of Olympic athletes and coaches using our products, none of whom get paid to do so. Now, when I'm assessing a liquid nutritional supplement, 3 things have to be in place, and the first is, does it work? In my 30 years in health and wellness, I've never seen one product do so many things for so many people in such a short amount of time using such a small amount. The next question is, how does it taste? Well, if you've already tasted it, you know it is delicious. And people say to me, Eddie, you told me there's no added sugar, there's no artificial sweeteners. How do you make it taste so good? We sweeten it using Concord grapes and blue agave. And now, of course, is it affordable? Well, I will ask you, is $1.10 a day worth it to you? Our next product category I'm excited about because we have an epidemic growing here in the United States. Roughly 2 out of 3 people in this country are overweight or obese. 50 million people are on a diet as we speak. 95% will fail to lose weight and keep it off because everybody does something completely unnatural to lose weight. Well, we've got something very natural. It's a shake. It's a meal replacement that you can use once or twice a day. We added 4 different types of protein that work together synergistically with the absolute highest bioavailability. We added a complex matrix of fibers, soluble and insoluble, pre and probiotics, 100% or more of the required daily intake of vitamins, minerals. It's got chromium picolinate. It's a low glycemic index food, but then we added 2 cutting-edge ingredients, raspberry ketones and Garcinia cambogia. Now, according to Dr. Oz, he says that raspberry ketones are the #1 miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. He also talks about Garcinia cambogia, and he refers to it as the holy grail of weight loss. And if you think about it, this costs about $2 a day to replace a meal. Now, that's less money than burger and fries, with a lot more nutritional value. Lose weight, get healthy, save money. Now, for those of you that need to lose weight even faster, we've developed a metabolic support tool. It's an energizer. There have been multiple studies done at major universities that show that this product allows you to burn fat for fuel, reduces hunger. Another study showed a reduction of 14% of the bad cholesterol. Well, our newest product is literally the Zilla 2.0. See, people are dying to use energy drinks, and up to this point, they've all been unhealthy. So what we did, we created the first ever food-based, all-natural, healthy water and energy booster. To call this an energy drink, it does it a disservice because it is loaded with nutrients. As a matter of fact, green tea extract actually causes fat oxidation. And what you love about it, there's no added sugar, there's no artificial sweeteners, there's no synthetic caffeine, no crash, no jitters. It works in minutes, it lasts for hours, and for the first time ever in this industry, the price of the product is a part of the story because we bring this to market at 33 cents a serving. We've got the right company, we've got the right products. What about the markets for these products? Folks, whether you are male or female, whether you're an aging baby boomer or you're a Gen X or Gen Y generation, what we've developed is a universal product line. We've got something that you can relate to. Right company, right products. Huge and growing marketplace for those products. What's next? Timing. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the timing in the economy. Don't tell me you've got job security, because every time someone says it to me, it looks like 6 weeks later they're out of work. If the economy was good, why do we continue to see these types of magazines? According to the United States Department of Labor, 14 million Americans are collecting unemployment benefits. Another 4 million, their benefits have run out. 9 million more people are working part-time that wish they could be working full-time. Now let's couple that with the millions and millions of individuals who are overworked, underpaid, and stressed out. Can you relate to any of this? There's never been a better time in the economy for this type of a situation. What about the timing in your area? Folks, no matter what state you are in the United States of America, less than 1/10 of 1% of the people in your state have ever heard of eXfuze. If you've ever wanted to be first, now is the time. What about the timing within the company itself? What I'm going to show you is something that's taught in many business schools around the country. There can only be 4 stages to a company's growth, and it always begins on the lower left-hand side of the graph with formulation. Sales are low to the bottom of the graph. This is when most companies go out of business. 99 out of 100 companies in this industry go out within the first 3 years. You think you got a ground floor opportunity, you don't get off the ground. Well, in that second stage, it's called concentration. Sales start to go up a little bit. The company starts to show a profit. Most companies never get past that second stage. But if you can ever get to that third stage, all bets are off. The third stage is when you reach critical mass. Your product goes from being totally obscure to a product that's on the tips of people's tongues. Critical mass occurs when your company hits $4 million a month. At that point, you'll go into that third stage called momentum. Sales shoot up like an absolute rocket ship before that fourth stage, stability, then sets in for the lifetime of the company. This S-graph that I'm showing you, which is taught in business schools around the country, it happened that way with a little company you may have heard of called Amway, Herbalife, Nu Skin, Melaleuca, Market America. It's going to happen that way with a little company called eXfuze. If you get in up here in a networking company, you can still make some money, but it's a long haul. Over here, come on, it's risky. 99% of these companies go out of business. So where are we right now? Right here, approximately 6 to 12 months in front of momentum. So we got the right company, the right products, a huge and growing marketplace for those products, a timing story that nobody can argue with. At this point in time, you're probably asking yourself, it sounds great, Eddie, but what's in it for me? It all depends on what you're looking for. If all you want to do is get healthier, you will sit down, try this product. You're going to fill out a quick little scorecard, and it will teach you and get you on one of our unique challenges that was developed just for you. Now, if you'd like to start getting these products free every single month, all you need to do is simply challenge 4 people anywhere in the United States, and your products will then become free for life. Now, if you'd like to start earning residual income as well, At that point, you will need to become a promoter also. As a promoter, you can earn retail profit. You can earn paysetter bonuses of literally 25% to infinity on all of your customer base, and up to 8 levels of paysetter bonus on your promoters. But you can also earn this residual income in your basic commission. It's a two-legged compensation structure. And this is you. And with the help of the person that is showing you this, and my help, and others that have an interest in you, we help you bring in a couple of promoters very, very quickly. And at that point, they start bringing in people, customers and promoters, and you bring in more promoters and customers who bring in more, who bring in more. At the end of every week, we look at the organizational volume of both of your legs. And basic commission says that you will earn 10% of the entire organizational volume of the lesser of your two legs. So in this slide, you've got 42,000 in this leg, 71 here. 42 would be the lesser amount. You would earn 10% of that, or $4,200. Now, if that's all we had, that would have got me excited. But the next way of making money is the most powerful way of making money I've ever seen in my life. It's called the promoter matching bonus. As we go back to this slide, you still have your 71,000 in this leg and your 42,000 in this. You've already made $4,200, and that's not even counting all of your fast cash bonuses, your pay setters. Well, what does matching bonus mean? Everyone that you've personally enrolled as a promoter, it doesn't matter if it's your left leg or your right leg. It could be your weak leg or your strong leg. It could be up top here where Ed and Bob are, in the middle where Sam and Kim are, or maybe they get involved 5 years from now and they're 1,000, a million levels deep in this leg. It doesn't matter, because if you've enrolled them, they're front line to you in your enrollment tree. Once you hit the director level, which is as simple as having a couple $1,000s in each leg, you will then get a matching bonus on your promoters. Now, it fluctuates, the percentage. I've seen it as low as 15, as high as 25. So I use 20 as a point because it's easy to do the math. So again, here you are. See how you sponsored Ed, because Ed's in blue. See how Ed's got 2 legs? He's got 8,000 in one leg. Ed's got more than that in the other leg. Therefore, Ed, by definition, will make 10% of 8,000 or 800. But you get a matching bonus of about 160. But you also sponsored Bob. Bob's got 2 legs. He's got 9,000 in his weak leg. Bob gets a check for 900, and you just added 180. You sponsored Sam. Sam's got 14,000 in his weak leg. He gets a check for 1,400, and you just added 280. Kim, she's got 28,000 in her weak leg. She's going to get herself a weekly check that week for $2,800, and you just added 560. But as good as that looks, it gets better. Now, in this next slide, I had to reconfigure it. I still have Sam, Ed, Bob, and Kim. Well, the blue ones have enrolled the orange ones. Every week that they get a basic commission check, you can get a matching bonus. Our company allows you to get paid up to 7 generations of matching bonus. Not levels, generations. See, if this was levels and this is you, this would be level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No more matching bonus below there. We get paid 7 generations. A generation is defined as going up to and including the first director in an enrollment tree leg. So if you've brought in Bob, who's brought in this one, 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 and that one becomes a director, this is now your first generation of director. This could be hundreds of levels deep. That means that every one of these individuals is part of your first generation, matching bonus for all of them, and we get paid up to 7 generations deep in matching bonus. So to bring it all together, we've got the right company, the right products, a huge and growing marketplace for those products, a timing story that no one can argue with, best compensation plan in history. What's left? Training and support. You see, when we bring you in, we're going to teach you our proven methodology for success. The road to gold training is easy to learn and simple to duplicate. As far as support goes, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You always have a minimum of 7 people with a vested interest in your success. Now, Ray Kroc said that the 2 most important requirements for success, you need to be in the right place at the right time. You have to recognize it and then take massive action. I know you're in the right place at the right time in this company. Hopefully, you're in the right place at the right time in your life. Victor Hugo said, there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. I'm here to tell you that eXfuze's time has come. And all you have to do is ask yourselves one question. If everything you heard here today were true and it's all verifiable, is there anything that will prevent you from getting started right now? I've done a lot of reading in my time, and one of the things I love reading about is great leaders. Great leaders all have one thing in common. They are decisive, and they base their decisions on facts. Today, you heard the facts. Make a decision. Either these are products you want to start using right away, or it's a business you want to let us help you build by becoming a promoter. And if I were you, I wouldn't allow the person out of my sight, because I'm convinced there is nothing you can do over the next 2 years that has the ability to pay you over the next 20, like active, aggressive participation in our company. Come join the frenzy that is just now beginning to sweep the nation. Come join the eXfuze Challenge. I thank you for your time.